Yeah, come on, man. Myself, dodgy on dodgy, man. Dodgy on dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. The roof, the felt had flipped up, and it was raining, man.
Blood.
Hey, I just stepped up again. Check out the new space. It's mad. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, bit of a story time with DODGYMATHS right now. But yeah, hold up. I won't be able to chill. My radiator and the microphone wire are touching each other. At the same time, I don't want the radiator in the shot. Now it's in the shot. You see? See, this is what I do. But yeah, man. Bit of a story time with DODGYMATHS before I get started, man. A couple weeks ago, I had a leak. In this right here spot, man. Like literally, the roof, the felt had flipped up, and it was raining, man. It was raining inside the dojo, man. And it felt like the Miss Jackson Outcast music video. I swear to you, bro, I had buckets in the cut. It was mad. Luckily enough, the only thing that was in this section was the booth. So I used to have a booth here, and I never used it. So yeah, man, things had to change. So it was either do I do the roof and fix the booth and all of that sort of stuff, or do I just knock it down? So me and Pops, we worked for the last couple of weeks, just putting it together, man. And shout out my dad, man. Like, yeah, he's creative still. He pulled together a plan. I watched. I'm not really a builder myself. I think I'm more of a decorator. You know what I mean? Interior designer, finesse type things. But things like power tools and that, don't really like it, you know. I can't lie. This project taught me that I don't really like the noise. I didn't like the process. It was loud, but yeah, the decoration side of things, I really enjoyed that. Did the carpet, did all of that, you know, cutting, and, you know, using glues and, you know, knives and carpet cutters and stuff, but power tools are not my jam. Yeah, man, maybe it's PTSD from going to a technology school, and then all the teachers would like, you know, like scare us and say, oh, someone cut off their finger and all of that. So I just said, yeah, I don't want to cut off my finger, man. Anyway, yeah, so we did that, and halfway through the build, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with a space that's going to be free. So found a Shays Lounge on Facebook Marketplace. Shays Lounge? Say Shays Lounge. Anyway, man, Shays Lounge. That's how I've been saying all week. I'm going to stick with it. I've told my friends I bought a Shays Lounge. I got friends calling it a Shays Lounge now. So, hey, Shays Lounge. That's what I'm sticking with. Anyway, got it for £10 on Facebook. Great deal. As we were doing it, I was watching videos on how to do a skylight. We figured it out, man. That used to be the booth window, by the way. So it literally went from being here to being up there, which is sick because I can watch clouds and cats and stuff be walking across it, which is interesting. So yeah, man, everything is back up where it should be, man. So this is actually the first vibes I'm really kind of kicking in here. The other day I did some beats. That was pretty much it, man. I just cut some beats, got some samples in. And this is one of the beats from yesterday, I think. It's called Last Summer. So the beat, I made it in Ireland, but I tracked it in yesterday. So yeah, dodgy on dodgy since last summer, man. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. Yeah. I'm probably just chilling out in my jumper since last summer, man. Yeah. Dodgy on dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably just chilling out in my jumper. Probably not chilling out in a, yeah. Dodgy on dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer. You call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. Probably on a mission, out in my jumper. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. From way back then, man, I always pop up. From way back then, man, I did it proper. Had to make my way out of this offer. Things were sticky again, it's like 10:30, like regular trend on a mission. Bopping and weaving again, round the ends. Freestyle on the Shays Lounge once again. Yeah, got a Shays Lounge for a 10. And it's feeling like 10 out of 10. I bought a Shays Lounge for like 10. And it's feeling like 10 out of 10. Dodgy on dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. Call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer. I was like 16 back then. I met the others, brothers. They taught me about this lifestyle and how to make my way out of this and get this butter. It was like back then, like way back then. Again, it's like 6 a.m. on a mission, bus and trains up again. That was last summer. Now I put the keys in the ignition this summer. Yeah, that was like 2 summers. Now I put the keys in the ignition this summer. It's like dodgy and dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. Call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. I'm probably not chilling, not in a slumber. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer. You can call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. Call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably on a mission. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer, baby. This lifestyle almost drove me kinda crazy. This lifestyle almost drove me kinda crazy. I took the back door and out to spacey. I took the back door and took my spacey. Got PC and imagination. Got a little peace and imagination. Now I'm chilling, broski, and I'm back to basics. I found my peace and imagination. Now I'm back to this basics, back to basics. I got a skylight, so I keep it real bright. I'm back to basics, man, I'm back to basics. Never gonna sit up in a dark room like them day before. Had no windows in the studios, no. I never sitting in them dark rooms like back then days, no windows in the studio. That was like collab days, took some L's back then, I made my money back again. It's like, that was them collab days, I took them L's back then, I made my money back again. It's like, dodgy and dodgy since last summer. Call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. Call me on my phone, yeah, you got my number. I'm probably not chilling, out in a slumber. I'm probably not chilling, out in a slumber. I'm probably in a mission, out in my jumper. I'm probably on a mission, out in my jumper. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer, baby. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer, baby. This world drove me mad, almost drove me crazy. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer, baby. This world almost drove me mad and crazy. Yeah. Combo. I just stepped up again, man. Dodgy and dodgy since last summer, baby. This world almost drove me mad and drove me crazy. Yeah. Combo. Yeah, dodgy and dodgy since last summer, man. It's crazy. First you got Shay's Lounge, freestyling on the Shay's Lounge, man. This today marks a new dawn, man. And over there is where the serious business happens, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, I think it's a time for a rebranding, man. Maybe the dojo for the OGs, I know it for that, but for me personally, now it's kind of moving into a lab. Kind of feeling like Dodgy's laboratory, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the lab of Dodgy Maths. Yeah, welcome to the lab of Dodgy Maths. Like, yo, so I'm saying the ideas are flowing now. Shay's Lounge. I got the Shay's Lounge, man. Now I'm sitting here cooking ideas. Things are making a lot of sense. So yeah, man. More episodes on the way, man. And maybe actually this is the episode. This is the episode to show you the last 2 months. Maybe in a montage type thing. Would you look at that, mate? That is a 500 series chassis. Lunchbox style. It's the only kind of lunchbox I'm interested in.
Just got a Neumann MT48. This is crazy. Hey! Wow. So much heavier than I thought as well. Yeah, man, that's the Neumann MT48, man. Look at that. That's how it looks. When you want something, you can make it happen.
Don't be out here leaving your DSPs unused, cause
you know when they talk about plots thickening, I think this is what's just the beginning. Hey, freestyles. This is the warm TB12 Tonebeast. It's a mic preamp.
point of using the Tonebeast if you can't get the tone, bro. You gotta get the tone. It's all about the tone.
Tone shaping. I assume this is how you do it. I'm just gonna slide on in there. Yeah, man. Aye. My delivery man came in clutch. We're completing the 500 series chassis, man. Look at this. It took me 16 years to make a solid state logic decision. Hey, it took me that amount of time to make 2 solid state decisions. Wow. Blood. That's the SSL Ultraviolet EQ, man. Do you know how many times I've used this plugin on various formats? And now I've got the actual compressor, bro, comboed up.
What did they say? What? Houston, we have liftoff. Yeah, we have liftoff, man. That looks
Cold.
Lips up.
2 months off just getting things together, man, buying equipment, moving things around, which is like 90% of my life. Moving things around, putting things in place. Finally got it to that place. I feel like literally minor touches on the way, and I'm not really too bothered about when or how I can do that. I'm looking for a rag. I'm looking for a rag on Facebook. If I can get that for a tenner, that would be blesser. So yeah, man. Until the next one. I've just been waffling and talking in this episode, man, but I think it had to be done, man. For whoever is following the journey. This is where I come from, man. I come from the Shays Lounge. Before the Shays Lounge, we had the dojo chairs. You know what I mean? We had the dojo. It's years of this, man. But anyway, man, if you enjoyed this episode and you like this kind of content, man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, yo. You get me? Make sure you do that. Click that like, share, and subscribe. Follow your boy, man. Anyway, peace. Till the next one. Bye.